Well, what's up, you guys? It's the Norseman. We're up here in northern Minnesota, and I finally drew my bear tag. It's been like years in the making, and I've been baiting for about a good week right now. And I came across some bear tracks up here on the trail that actually walked out of this whole. This is like a pine tree. I would say an old plantation, and then to the south of me, I have a bunch of really thick, kind of a ridge, but it goes down into a swamp. But I have a really thick new growth, really thick underbrush growth. I would say it's probably a few years, kind of some popple slashings and stuff. Anyways, I finally got my first hit, and I had my trail camera set too high, so all I could see was its back. And its back was roughly right in here. I'm 6'4", so kind of figure out what that is. I mean, I couldn't. I'm thinking at least 150-pound bear, whatever. I'm pumped. So, because I'm hoping that this bear is going to bring in bigger bears and more bears. So, acorns, they seem really green. I mean, I kind of don't think that they're going to drop soon. Maybe mid-September. So our season opens up next week. It's Labor Day weekend, and I'm jacked. So I'll kind of show you. I am using Kingpin bear baits. They're right down the road from my house, so it's pretty economical for me to get bait there. And he's actually got a pretty good selection. So obviously in Minnesota, you have to register your bear bait stations and then put a sign with your DNR number, your name, whatever. So what I have here is I have frosting, and I put it up the tree. I did spray that yesterday with liquid smoke. You can see it up here, to just get the scent in the air and everything. And I sprayed the underbrush, everything around it. So I was using salted caramel, and it just didn't seem, it probably worked, but I don't know. I did have another bait station hit, but I think it's the same bear because it wasn't too far from here. But what I have is, it's a mix of some marshmallows in there, some marshmallows, and some just trail mix mixed in there. I made this hollowed out log myself with a chainsaw, and when I did show up here, my stump was gone. So that's kind of where, I mean, it wasn't like a mile away by no means. I wouldn't have ever even found it, but it was just like 20 feet back up in the brush here. So he's rolled it over there, and that's where they were licking on it or eating it. It might be a sow and two cubs. I'm not quite sure, but whatever. Regardless, I'm not gonna harvest a female, but they're gonna bring in other bear. So yeah, that's what I got going on. I kind of piled up some brush there, or some logs, and I'm going to put some more there just to try to keep him in front of my camera, and I can really get a good glimpse at him and everything, and then I kind of know what's going on. So, and then I can see exactly where they're coming from. I about imagine he did go up this way, kind of up onto that ridge. I don't I don't know what way they're coming in, so we'll see. So yeah, stay tuned. That's my bait station I got going on. So I'm using this Gone Wild Super Smoke. Picked it up at Fleet Farm. I have everything ready. I have it all stacked up, and basically when I leave, I just soak it down with this scent, so that it can, in the night, thermals can take it. I spray it up high. I can take it'll the thermals will take it down into this cutting that's not too far away. I mean, wherever it's gonna flow. So just douse it down real good. The vegetation around it, you're gonna want these bears to get the smell on them so that when they're out walking around, say 2 miles away, a mile away, and another bear comes across it, they're going to pick up that track and they're going to find your bait station. Since obviously he went up this way, I want to kind of douse that area too. Get the trees around it. And I did throw some frosting down here on the ground and on a secondary tree instead of this primary one, so that when I spray that scent around it, he's got to go in that scent and he's got to eat that if he wants it. He's going to eat it. Man, if I was a big bear, I'd be up there just going to town, eh? All right, off to the next station.